Hello, this is Randy Schoeneman from Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is October 30th, 2016. And right here we are looking at a concrete sewer trough out on Holladay Drive in Cheney, Washington. We're going to be pulling back to do a video inspection of the main line here at 122 Holladay Drive. We were out here about 6 weeks ago, cabled out the line and retrieved a fair amount of roots. And I'm out here again today. There was another water backup in the house, and cabled it, hit a lot of resistance at, oddly enough, about 80 feet. I was figuring about 80 to 90 feet, and this is where I was right here trying to make the transition into the sewer line, so I'm sure it's probably just almost a non-directional T instead of a Y. But as you can see, the city has concrete in. Pulling back, we have a concrete hub. It looks like the... pull forward here, push forward here just a little bit further. Yeah, it looks like, now I see why I have had so much issue getting through there. It looks like the sewer line out in the street is about an inch roughly lower than where this comes in. The good news is it's at the very top of the pipe. Basically, this pipe goes into the sewer trough and stair steps down, so it shouldn't be much of an issue here. I'm going to start pulling back. Like I mentioned, we're about 80 feet out, and the service line to the house looks like it is all concrete. A little bit of aspect information here. My camera is at the bottom of the pipe. It's currently on the left-hand side of your screen, and you can see a little bit of water running down there. The wisps of material you see in the air, that's actually methane gas or sewer gas. And so we were using high-definition video equipment here, so we get an incredible amount of detail, as you can see by looking at this concrete. Minor separation there, nothing to get worried about because, again, it stair steps down. Now, this right here is a little bit of an issue of concern. See how we have standing water here. And right here we have none. You can see the water running through, but right here, and this is at 75 feet, pulling back, we start going into a little bit of a pool. Basically what we're having to do is run water uphill. That was at, I'm going to bounce forward to that again. My apologies, I think it was 75 feet, but I want to double check it. Yeah, 75 feet 4 inches from the cleanout we're working through in the basement. My camera lens is about an inch and a quarter, inch and a half in diameter, and right now my camera lens is almost submerged. We've done about 5 toilet flushes in the house. I've run a basin of water in the laundry, and here's 70 feet coming up here pretty quickly, and we're still well underwater, or in the water. And it looks like we're starting to come out of it. You can see how the water's getting more shallow. And we have flow established here at about 69 feet. So it's about a 6-foot belly, but it's not a tremendously deep one. Push forward here just a little bit. And there we go. Just want to splash a little water on the lens to clean it up a little bit. And we are pulling back. We just passed the 70-foot mark. Wear on the concrete looks very normal. Looks like a very serviceable line. Aspect-wise, you can see, of course, the camera being at the bottom of the pipe. The bottom of the pipe's now in the lower part of the screen in the right-hand corner. We just passed the 60-foot mark. I don't see anything on here that indicates any other mechanical issue, no cracks or anything like that. Here's a fairly normal looking hub. Of course, it settles down a little bit, stair steps down ever slightly. Aspect change here. Now the camera is on the bottom of the pipe on the left hand side of the screen. As we pull through elbows, we'll see this move around quite a bit. There's a perfect seam right there. Coming up on 50 feet here, right at this mark. And this hub, another perfect hub. Getting into a little pool of water here. No depth, so to speak, so far. Yeah, that's just one section of pipe that's flat from 50 to 45 feet. And I don't think it's an issue where it's actually draining uphill. It's more flat than anything else. Another nice normal looking joint. Bottom of the pipe now starting to move to the upper left-hand corner of your screen a little bit. Another little pool of water here. This is at about 30, started at about 38 feet. And we're out of it at 34 feet, so one section of pipe that's fairly flat. Nothing to get too worried about. Bottom of the pipe now shifting to the top. Right here we have a fairly sizable separation. It's on the downhill side of the pipe. You can see it about 32 feet, I'm going to say. Yep, 32 feet. Fairly significant separation. This has been cabled twice, and we still have quite a bit of roots hanging on there. Man. Yeah, I could try to get that out, possibly with a bigger blade. I don't know what kind of luck I would have. Usually when you disturb these root masses, these root intrusions, they'll hang on. You can see this one covers about 40–50% of the pipe edge, but the other half is wide open. I'm going to continue pulling back here. This is 30 feet.
Does root killer help those?
It will. It will.
Oh, good.
We're doing a little paper towel change here. And let's see, this is 24 feet and a half. Here's a fairly significant looking separation here at 23 feet. But again, it's the downhill side of it. It looks like is good. My concern here, I mean, so you will just want to keep an eye on this. We've kind of got a benchmark now that we've got a camera out here. Occasionally, because of the water running through here, it'll erode the soil under the pipe and can cause it to settle. Right here, it's right outside the house. Right here at 23 feet. I'm going to call it 24 because my camera is showing me 23 feet 3 inches. You can see a big color change. That's actually the black iron pipe. So I know we're within about 3 to 5 feet of the foundation wall. And we'll see what we have in your main line coming back. Looks like there's probably a clean out, I'm going to guess, in the front room under the floor there. You can see here at the bottom of the pipe still on the left side of the screen. On the right you can see where a T comes in. And this is probably going to be a clean out on the bedroom floor in the front bedroom to the west of the front door. And pulling back. Coming up on 10 feet here. Alright, here's a 10-foot mark. Still working back towards the clean out at the back of the house. Little transition, or aspect change, excuse me, as we went through another transmission. The right-hand side of the screen is now the bottom of the pipe. We're at about 6 feet. Right here is probably where the toilet hub ties into it that that wasn't flushing when we had our backup. And then that'll come back to the main stack and to the upstairs bathrooms. And everything else up there should drain into that. And it looks like we're coming up our clean out. Sure enough, here we are. And this is where we're at in the basement. We're in the back bedroom on the west end of the house. Again, this is Randy Schoeneman from Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is still October 30th, 2016, and that'll conclude the video inspection of the main line at 122 Holladay Drive in Cheney, Washington. Thank you for choosing Bulldog Rooter.
That's a pretty